This is the biggest tree on Earth. I found the most incredible, dangerous, and illegal trees in the world, including one tree that should not exist. Hyperion is the name of the tallest tree in the world, measuring at 381 feet, and it's still growing. It's so tall you can't even see the top, which is why it took until 2006 for Hyperion to be crowned the world's tallest tree. They had to use a military laser rangefinder to measure it. Because it's so tall, the top can't be seen. The exact location of Hyperion is secret. If you ask, the government literally won't tell you where it is. But thanks to the internet, its location can be found pretty easily. But even if you do know where it is, you can't go there. Redwood National Park has closed off a large area around Hyperion. People who attempt to seek it out can face a fine of $5,000 and 6 months in jail. Imagine going to jail simply for looking at a tree. Hyperion is believed to be 600 to 800 years old, and it's still growing 4 centimeters every year. Lightning trees are trees which are on fire from the inside. Lightning trees might sound like a 1 in a billion occurrence, but they're more common than you'd think. When lightning hits a tree, it can sometimes catch fire from the inside, creating very scary and dangerous glowing trees. The inside of some lightning trees can burn for days, totally hollowing out the interior, while others sometimes spread, causing forest fires. The General Sherman tree is the biggest tree on Earth by volume, which is a combination of height and diameter. It stands at a massive 275 feet tall, with a 36.5-foot diameter. The General Sherman is 2,200 to 2,700 years old, way older than the country it's found in. The General Sherman is a giant sequoia, which are normally pretty massive, but the General Sherman is on a whole different level. Researchers have to climb up it using harnesses to check its health, and when wildfires happen, it takes around 10 workers to wrap the tree in foil. You could make like 1,000 pizzas with that much foil. If you ever see a tree with a red line around it, it means 2 things. Number 1, it's a manchineel tree. And number 2, it's going to kill you. The manchineel tree is the most toxic and poisonous tree on the entire planet. Literally every part of this tree can end your life. Its branches, leaves, and fruit are all poisonous, containing a milky white sap, 1 drop of which is enough to end your life. You see, the manchineel tree's sap is corrosive, meaning it can melt human skin. It's so powerful it can even dissolve metal. Some very unlucky people have picked the fruit of these trees and eaten it, and every single person who's made this big mistake has sadly passed away. Another huge mistake people make is standing underneath these trees in rain. The sap will actually mix with the rainwater and land on you, burning your skin and potentially ending your life. Trust me, it's better to just stand in the rain. The manchineel tree is found in South America, Mexico, the Caribbean, and Florida. Of course it had to be Florida. In Spanish, manchineel trees are known as the trees of death. By law, all manchineel trees have a red ring around them, meaning you shouldn't even go near. Even a leaf blowing off one of these trees could be enough to end your life. It may look like an artist took a paintbrush to these trees, or maybe got on the wrong side of a protester. But no, the rainbow eucalyptus is totally natural. Rainbow eucalyptus trees shed different parts of bark at different times of year, causing the tree to be various different colors. They're mainly found in the Philippines and New Guinea, and they can be pretty massive, growing at 3 feet per year. Rainbow eucalyptus trees are natural masterpieces, and are definitely better than any modern art we have today. The boab tree has a very dark past. These massive trees are found in Africa and Australia, and are unique for their massive trunks, which are big enough to fit a human inside. And that's exactly why boab trees are so dark. In Australia, they're known as prison trees, because they used to be used as prisons for Aboriginals. Just imagine being imprisoned inside one of these trees for years. Boab trees certainly have a very dark past. The dragon's blood tree is a massive, very rare tree. It's only found one place in the entire world, the island of Socotra, which belongs to Yemen. It's famous for its unusual umbrella shape, but it's even more famous for its bright red sap, which many say resembles blood. These trees are thousands of years old. In 2015, many of these trees were uprooted after a cyclone hit the island, which is why the dragon's blood tree is now endangered. This tree is not blowing in the wind. It's named the Divi tree, and these things do not look real. They grow in the direction wind is blowing, making even the calmest day look like a tornado is about to hit. The strychnine tree is one of the most poisonous trees in the world. It's native to India and is known there as the poison nut tree. Simply breathing near this tree can lead to you inhaling toxic chemicals. The seeds from this tree are used to make rat poisons. Every year, people lose their lives to strychnine trees, so it's safe to say it's not a tree you want to be around. The bloodwood tree looks like something from a horror movie. They're found in southern Africa. If these trees are ever cut, red sap will ooze out, and then quickly harden to repair the tree. Some African countries also use the sap as a medicine, but I have no idea how medically sound that is. Bloodwood trees can thrive in harsh environments where other trees can't grow. Because they repair themselves, they can live for centuries. And amazingly, they can regenerate after a wildfire. Bloodwood trees are basically the cockroaches of the tree world. As if that wasn't scary enough, the sap can also be toxic. It can irritate your skin and also cause infections and sickness. And if it gets in your eyes, it can even turn you blind. So now you see why people say bloodwood trees are like something from a horror movie. The Cibera odolum is one of the deadliest trees on the planet. The tree is native to the Indian subcontinent and is commonly known as the murder tree. The tree's fruit is incredibly toxic. It causes irregular heartbeats, coma, and after a few hours, ends your life. In India, this tree is sometimes used in murders. People have mixed it into food and given it to people they want gone. I guess some real-life Walter White stuff is happening in India. The seeds of the tree contain cerberin, which can disturb your heart functions, causing cardiac arrest and ending your life. The tree's seeds are also odorless and tasteless, making it the perfect covert poison. Out of every plant in the Indian subcontinent, Cibera odolum ends the most lives. Sadly, it also ends pets' lives too, as many cats and dogs mistake its fruit for apples. The zombie tree may look beautiful, but it's one of the most poisonous trees in the world. It contains a very unique poison, which can turn both humans and animals into real-life living zombies. If you go too close to the zombie tree, you will go into a paralyzed state. One TikTok user accidentally smelt a flower from this tree, and within minutes fell into a zombie-like trance. They were unable to walk, and experienced hallucinations. Every part of the zombie tree is poisonous. Touching it, or worse, consuming it, is very dangerous. It can lead to muscle weakness, convulsions, paralysis, memory loss, and in some cases, even end your life. The zombie tree is also known as the angel's trumpet, because if you get too close, you'll need a guardian angel to save your life. Zombie trees are found all over South America, and every year people lose their lives to these trees. This tree should absolutely not exist. It has to be the most off-putting tree I've ever seen. It's known as a shipworm tree. They contain shipworms. Despite the name, shipworms are actually clams. These slimy creatures burrow into the tree's roots from underwater, forming holes inside the tree. Go too close and the shipworms could burrow out of the trees and into your arms or legs. Shipworms can infest a tree in minutes, which is why they're known as the termites of the sea. They can be dangerous. Shipworm trees are enough to trigger anyone's trypophobia, so be careful next time you're playing on that tree at your local lake. Tell me in the comments which of these trees surprised you the most. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and check out this video next. I think you'll find it even more wild than this one.